From the Opelka Studios in Oklahoma City, this is an OU Update with Ryan Aber. I'm Jenny Carlson. Ryan, the Sooners finally find themselves clear of that tough 5-game stretch to start Big 12 play. 3-2. How do they feel about that?
I think they feel really good about it. As a matter of fact, they've said they feel really good about it. They won at Texas and at Baylor, won a home game against Iowa State, won 2 games in the span of 8 days against top 12 teams. They feel excellent about getting out of the stretch 3-2, and now it doesn't get much easier, but they can at least catch their breath a little bit hosting TCU on Wednesday night.
Well, we'll talk about this week coming up, but let's rewind just for a second. Out of that 5-game stretch to start Big 12 play, what do you feel like you learned, and what did the Sooners learn maybe a little bit about themselves coming through that?
Well, I think the big thing, especially in the last couple games, is this team can play a little bit of defense when they batten it down a little bit. They played well defensively against K-State and weren't able to come out with the win because of some of their offensive issues, and K-State's really good on defense. And then especially in the second half against Baylor, they really clamped down, and Buddy Hield and Jordan Woodard specifically played some pretty solid defense. Ryan Spangler's been fantastic all year. He's really been the glue that keeps this thing together. But if they keep getting better defensively, this could be a really good team.
You talk about Spangler being sort of that middle guy to the whole, the mid to the spokes of the wheel. But you had a couple spokes that played pretty well on Saturday in that road win at Baylor, and Cam Clark and Buddy Hield late. They'd sort of been AWOL there for a little bit, hadn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And Cam Clark has been the leading scorer in the Big 12, and he knew that teams were going to adjust to what he was doing offensively, and they have. He had really struggled for 3 straight halves going into the second half against Baylor, and then hit a couple shots early in the half and started getting rolling. And when those 2 guys are hitting, they make it so much easier on themselves because it spreads defenses around. Obviously, Ryan Spangler's getting a lot of attention down low on both ends of the floor, and they're dangerous when Buddy Hield and Cam Clark are on, and they really need them to be on to beat the elite teams in the Big 12.
Well, you mentioned elite teams, and I'm not sure this week's teams sort of fit that mold, but TCU Wednesday, Texas Tech Saturday, challenges in those 2 games in your mind?
Well, I'm not sure that there is much of a challenge against TCU. This is a team that hasn't won a road game since they joined the Big 12. Now, Saturday in Lubbock is a big challenge. Tubby Smith's team is playing so much better than they were a year ago. They beat Baylor at their place just last week, and certainly OU can't afford to overlook that game because the Red Raiders did a lot of really good things against Baylor and were able to take advantage of their outside shooting especially and win that game.
Got to steal one on the road every once in a while too. Thanks, Ryan. Sure, stay with the best coverage team anywhere, newsok.com, and every day in the Oklahoman.